This too the traveler of the worlds must dare. A warrior in the dateless dual strife, he entered into dumb despairing night, challenging the darkness with his luminous soul. Alarming with his steps the threshold gloom, he came into a fierce and dolorous realm, peopled by souls who never had tasted bliss, ignorant like men born blind who know not light. They could equate worst ill with highest good. Virtue was to their eyes a face of sin, and evil and misery were their natural state. An act was passed to chastise happiness. Laughter and pleasure were banned as deadly sins. A questionless mind was ranked as wise content. A dull heart, silent apathy as peace. Sleep was not there. Torpor was the sole rest. Death came, but neither respite gave nor end. Always the soul lived on and suffered more. Ever he deeper probed that kingdom of pain. Around him grew the terror of a world of agony followed by worse agony, and in the terror a great wicked joy, glad of one's own and others' calamity. Their thought and life were a long punishment, the breath a burden and all hope a scourge, the body a field of torment, a massed unease. Repose was awaiting between pang and pang. This was the law of things none dreamed to change. A hard, somber heart, a harsh, unsmiling mind, rejected happiness like a cloying sweet. Tranquility was a tedium and ennui. Only by suffering life grew colorful. It needed the spice of pain, the salt of tears, to watch the drama of infelicity, the writhing of creatures under the harrow of doom, and sorrow's tragic gaze into the night, and horror and the hammering heart of fear were the ingredients in time's heavy cup that pleased and helped to enjoy its bitter taste. Of such fierce stuff was made up life's long hell. These were the threads of the dark spider's web in which the soul was caught quivering and wrapped. This was religion. This was nature's rule. In a fell chapel of iniquity, to worship a black pitiless image of power, kneeling one must cross hard-hearted stony courts, a pavement like a floor of evil fate. Each stone was a keen edge of ruthless force, and glued with the chilled blood from tortured breasts, the dry gnarled trees stood up like dying men, stiffened into a pose of agony. And from each window peered an almost priest, chanting Te Deums for slaughter's crowning grace. Uprooted cities, blasted human homes, burned writhen bodies. The bombshells massacre. It was a world of sorrow and of hate. Sorrow with hatred for its lonely joy, hatred with others' sorrow as its feast. A bitter rictus curled the suffering mouth, a tragic cruelty saw its ominous chance. Hate was the black archangel of that realm. It glowed a somber jewel in the heart, burning the soul with its malignant rays, and wallowed in its fell abysm of might. These passions even objects seemed to exude, for mind overflowed into the inanimate, that answered with the wickedness it received. Against their users used malignant powers, hurt without hands and strangely suddenly slew, appointed as instruments of an unseen doom. In this infernal realm he dared to press, even into its deepest pit and darkest core. In night he plunged to know her dreadful heart. In hell he sought the root and cause of hell. Its anguished gulfs opened in his own breast. He listened to clamors of its crowded pain, the heartbeats of its fatal loneliness. In menacing tracks, in tortured solitudes, companionless he roamed through desolate ways, where the red wolf waits by the fordless stream, and death's black eagle screamed to the precipice, and met the hounds of Baal who hunt men's hearts, baying across the velds of destiny. In footless battlefields of the abyss, fought shadowy combats in mute eyeless depths, assaults of hell endured in titan strokes, and bore the fierce inner wounds that are slow to heal. Prisoner of a hooded magic force, captured and trailed in falsehood's lethal net, and often strangled in the noose of grief, or cast in the grim morass of swallowing doubt, or shut into pits of error and despair. He drank her poison draughts till none was left.